Hello, Shaker Heights varsity hockey fans, and welcome into Game 2 of the Jamie Ruffner Memorial Tournament. Shaker Heights taking on the Perrysburg Yellow Jackets in Game 2. Each of these squads both playing 2 games here today, them in this uniform. That's because you're seeing a lot of these Tyler Lensuitz highlights against US. It was in these kinds of uniforms. It's just the classic Shaker Heights Red Raider uniform. And we'll see if they can get the job done here today. Now we're going to start with the typical first line. We have Ryan Kiltz and Joey Moore on the wing. The difference is actually on defense. It's Dylan Orsepke and Cole Richard. Orsepke moving in with Arth. Arth takes the shot, and a good quick start for Shaker Heights here today. Already a quick shot attempted. Just didn't exactly work out. Richard was looking for the pass over to Orsepke, but there's nobody there except for a yellow jacket. Here it comes. It's with number 7. Unfortunately, we didn't have a roster, so for Perrysburg, we're going to have to go with the numerals here today. Unless we can get a quick look at the name on the back of the jersey. That shot right at the crest of Michael Better. He makes the easy save, and already some quick action. Less than 40 seconds into the game. 0-0, the current score here in period number 1. First lines hop off. And now we're going to get the line of Ryan Lenahan taking the face-off with Connor Mayhew and Sebi Juan on the wings. The Jackets will take it over, but immediately flip it into the corner because they had nothing being set up. So Sebi Juan is going to try to fish it out from the boards and try to get it cleared away. Benencasa's the man to get it done. The Yellow Jackets here in their all-black look. Some of this gold and white accents. A little bit of the 2016 type of Penguins color scheme when they went from yellow to gold. That's kind of what we're looking at right now. Here's Ryan Lenahan, a back-to-back goal scorer in yesterday's affair. Why not get another? Goal number 3 for Ryan Lenahan, a perfect shot into the left side of the net, and Lenahan is cooking with gas. Whoa, we didn't even have enough time to get to the puck in the net picks for today, but well, the person that took him was Maya Mayan, the student manager. So we're going to be shouting her out for the remainder of the night because she decided a last-minute switch to go with Ryan Lenahan, and that was just the right move. My personal puck on the net pick is Lowell Rich. He's out there right now. We'll see if he can pop one today as well, but already a very quick start for Shaker Heights, and that's the kind of momentum they're going to need after the back-to-back losses. Good stuff from Ryan Lenahan so far. 2 goals scored yesterday. And already one day, we're yet to see the scoring be diversified because right now it's only been Lenahan. Faceoff will be taken to the left side of Michael Better. The Jackets will take it over and move it to the right side corner of Michael Better. Rich out there with Schneider and Salmon. Salmon taken down a little bit after the play. No call, but we will be getting the icing on Shaker, so faceoff will be back in their own zone. To round out the rest of the picks, the cameraman who picked Lenahan yesterday didn't pick him again today. Today he picked Joey Moore to be the goal scorer. He's out there currently. And then Caden Trotter picked Cole Richard, a defenseman, to get his first goal of the campaign as well. He's out there, so keep a look out for number 5 and number 23. There the puck goes soaring outside into some of the parents, I believe, of Perrysburg. Luckily, they're all right, just one above their head. So we'll keep it going. Less than 13 minutes to go here in period number 1. Shaker with the early tally from Ryan Lenahan. The Jackets going to try and tie it up quickly. Here's with number 7, taking the shot, and it's blocked by Cole Richard. Good stuff getting into the lane, but immediately he wants to hop off. Looks like that one might have hurt a little bit. Into the corner, into the slot, and that one will not be picked up. So who's it picked up by? It's Lazar. He'll go cross ice, nobody home. He's out there with Ian Schneiberg and Max Brokaw. This fourth line of offense is what we've been loving to see so far. They've been putting in the effort. They just haven't been able to tally anything just yet. Here, Brokaw's going to hop off. Schneiberg and Dylan Ursepke going to do the same. 12 minutes left to go in the first period of play. Out there on offense now, it's that original first line of forwards. Joey Moore, Ryan Kiltz, and Colin Arth. Arth has been looking good as well on this first line. Here it's flipped up into the Shaker Heights offensive zone. Ryan Kiltz will take a big tumble with number 14 of the Yellow Jackets, and now number 14 just going to lay on it for a minute. Eventually, Kiltz is going to throw him off, but the Jackets are going to maintain possession. Here it's Cam Mayhew playing on number 17. Tried to bump him off the play, didn't work. There's the shot, but Michael Better with a good save, and Shaker will clear it away. Not taking any changes just yet. Benincasa flips this one right to a defenseman of the Yellow Jackets. Number 2 going to take a little bit of a late bump by Joey Moore, but no call. Joey Moore was in the box yesterday. There's a lot of penalties yesterday. I believe it was 8 from Shaker, and I believe it was 4 from Bowling Green, something of the sort. Here's the shot from the Yellow Jackets. It'll go wide to the right. I believe that hit a man in the traffic, but now the play is whistled dead. It looks like the net came out of place. Yeah, a lot of roughing penalties yesterday. Perrysburg currently winning the face-off total 5-1. See if they can make it 6-1, but Ryan Lenahan going to try and take it into his own hands. And indeed, Ryan Lenahan is going to get the face-off win. And he's really the player to watch, I say, as he takes a tumble right as he crosses the blue line. He's out there with Juan, and he's out there with Connor Mayhew. Juan looking for his own shot. He's not going to get it as number 27 was in the shooting lane. And eventually it takes a bounce outside of the blue line as Shaker tries to set up. There a pass across the slot into the opposite corner. Now along the boards, who's going to get it first? It looks like it's the Jackets around the boards, just trying to clear it out. Shaker holding strong, not letting him do so just yet. Sebi Juan trying to take a hit, honestly a big reverse hit as number 27 actually sent him down to the ice. But we continue to move on forward. The Perrysburg Yellow Jackets, number 23 in the state rankings last year, invited as a new competitor into the Jamie Ruffner Memorial Tournament. A lot of changes into the Jamie Ruffner Memorial Tournament. As we said, a different in amount of competitors as well. We changed from 6 to 8. We changed the formatting. It used to be period by period. Here's Lenahan on another chance, looking for the tip in, and it's Connor Mayhew. So give Lenahan an assist on that one, as Connor Mayhew is going to be credited with goal number 2, only 5.5 minutes into this one. And Shaker Heights is building that momentum, and this is what we need to see out of them. Early on in the game, they're getting the goals, and they're getting that burst of energy. Here's Lowell Rich to take the face-off against number 21 of Perrysburg. Face-off taken over by the Yellow Jackets at first. Now it's poked to the near side boards for Cole Richard to take with Lowell Rich. Rich tried to turn it over to Richard. Just didn't work. Richard out there with Dylan Ursepke. The forward line going to be Schneider, Rich, and Salmon. Richard behind the net, just trying to get it out of danger. He sends it up to Richard, and the pass up to Salmon going to be just out of reach. And even though Salmon would have won the race there in high school hockey, just not exactly how it works. They're going to whistle it dead for icing either way. Good stuff from Shaker Heights early on. Really creating some good chances, specifically for Ryan Lenahan. And around the boards we go. Again, it's that fourth line out of Lazar, Brokaw, and Schneiberg. This pass goes awry. It'll leave the zone. Or excuse me. Lazar not out there currently. Eamon Fury is. He's wearing number 17, the former jersey number of Quentin Garnett, currently playing club hockey over at Kent State. 8:25 left to go in this first period of play. Benincasa off the boards will find his co-defenseman Cam Mayhew. Mayhew sends it cross ice, nobody home. I believe he was looking to Schneiberg, but Schneiberg was already moving away from where the pass was going to end up. Arth working with Schneiberg to get puck possession back, and eventually they will. Joey Moore kicks it forward to the middle of the neutral zone, but it's still with the Yellow Jackets. They're just told to ice it forward, and they actually will avoid the icing because number 23 was deep in the neutral zone. He touches up, keeps it moving forward, and here's a pass into the slot. Right in front of Michael Better, but Arth was there to try to send it away, but Joey Moore is going to be the man who eventually do just that with Ryan Kiltz. Here's the pass to Arth. Arth leaves it to Moore. Back to Arth. The shot! And Moore was looking for the rebound chance and a great opportunity for goal number 3, just not able to cash in just yet. Halfway through this first period, Shaker leading by 2. Around the boards, it'll find Benincasa in the left-hand corner of Michael Better, the far side corner of the Shaker defensive zone. Our cameraman almost got that puck in the net pick with Joey Moore. Fortunately, no one picked Connor Mayhew. He was the man to score that second goal. There, a good poke by Joey Moore to just send it away from the slot. And here it looks like we're going to get a penalty as Ryan Kiltz took a hit. And now play whistle dead, and we're going to get a penalty on the Yellow Jackets. And once again, they're going to rule it a roughing, in case you didn't see enough roughing penalties yesterday. Yesterday against Bowling Green, Shaker went 1 for 4 on the power play. Looking to start their morning game 1 for 1 if they can. This game, first one of the day. No one was playing early on. And I know we were talking yesterday also about how it was going to be Findlay against US. Well, that game wasn't pretty, especially if you're a Findlay fan. It was 10-2 the final, and it looks like they're going to get a tripping on the Yellow Jackets here as well, as Lenahan took a tumble down to the ice. Mayhew to Arth. Arth loses puck control, trying to get it right back. The Yellow Jackets will touch up, and now it's going to be a 5-on-3 for the next minute 44. Shaker yesterday only had 1 single shot on the 5-on-3. Of course, if you can't tell, this is a much different game than what we saw yesterday. So now Shaker needs to set up quicker. Yesterday, it took him a full minute to get it really clicking on the 5-on-3. Ryan Lenahan going to be the man to get it started with a face-off. And who will win it? It looks like Joey Moore's going to take a rip at it right away. It'll go wide into the corner. Maybe that was just his intention to get it over to Mayhew eventually. Here's Mayhew with Moore, and the pass was just away. And there it'll hit off the stick. It's Cole Richard. So there's another puck in the net pick for you. Hit off the stick of number 10 of the Yellow Jackets, and Cole Richard going to get his goal. How about that? Both the student manager picks are going to hit today. A rare occurrence, and so that'll move us from 5-on-3 to 5-on-4. Shaker now up 3-0 and they're going to still have the man advantage. How about that? Just a fluky little shot. Not sure if it needed to hit the stick. It looked right on target, but hit the stick it did, and it ended up right into the back of the net. Lenahan leaves it to Richard once again. We'll see if he can go for two. He's moving it forward. He'll take the shot, kick saved. Joey Moore looking on the backhand, and he won't get it through. And Perrysburg going to clear it down the ice. 6 minutes left to go in this first period. Shaker winning by 3. Richard takes it out from behind the net of Michael Better. Using the backhand, goes cross ice to Joey Moore. Moore moves it in across the blue line. Here's a cross ice feed. He was looking to Richard. Two men tangled up. They'll collide into the corner boards. Joey Moore trying to go cross ice. Nobody home except for a Perrysburg yellow jacket. And eventually, it will be taken away. Benincasa moving it forward across the blue line. He'll leave it to Connor Mayhew. Mayhew takes the shot. Benincasa was looking for a secondary chance. Won't get it. And Perrysburg going to clear. Shaker now with a different look. Lowell Rich now out there. Ryan Kiltz now out there. Ryan Lenahan and Connor Mayhew still on. Mayhew almost with a faulty pass that time. Mayhew's going to hop off. Lenahan actually remains on. That pass from Rich, just a bit out of reach of Lenahan. Lenahan, again, the only man that remains on. Right now on defense, it's Cam Mayhew and Andy Benincasa. Lowell Rich taken down to the ice immediately after getting the puck, and they're going to call it a cross-check. So, Shaker will get another man advantage. They're actually going to get a 5-on-3 for 2 seconds. So with 4:31, Shaker's having a good start, and I don't think there's any way to get around it. Granted, it doesn't help if you're Perrysburg to continue taking these penalties, especially when Shaker's going to continue to try and capitalize on them. Lenahan off the face-off, try to take it. Perrysburg going to clear it immediately, up and into the air, almost touched the ceiling. So now a minute 50 of 5-on-4 as we continue. Connor Mayhew brings it across the blue line, just barely onside. Connor Mayhew goes to Richard, back to Mayhew. Mayhew's gonna step in for the shot, and it's blocked. Off his skate, he gets it to Joey Moore. Here's Arth. Arth hits the side of the net, and the net comes off. 90 seconds left to go on number 13's penalty. Shaker up by 3, looking for 4. And again, it's not a period-by-period thing. So even if they score 4, it's just going to help them out. Because if you get the win, it's like how it would be in the NHL if they really did ties. You get 2 for the win, you get 0 for the loss, and you get 1 for the tie. Lenahan over to Joey Moore. Moore back to Lenahan. Lenahan to Moore. They were looking for that tic-tac-toe kind of play that we saw yesterday from Rhett Winger of Bowling Green. Unfortunately, that time not going to work out. Richard moves it forward up to Colin Arth. Arth up the near side boards. Tried to center it, but there was a man right on him. And that was Schmidt, number 23 of Perrysburg. And so now this first line of power play has to be tired. They've been out there for a long time now. And so now we get the second line. Of forwards, it's Lowell Rich, it's Ryan Kiltz, and it's Sebi Juan. On defense, Andy Benincasa and Cam Mayhew. Benincasa trying to win the race against number 7 of Perrysburg. Speed not his best factor. He's going to lose that race, but Shaker gets it back just on the man advantage. Ryan Kiltz moving it up. He tried to find Sebi Juan. Benincasa really struggling to keep the puck in front of him when it's sent around the boards. We've seen this a little bit whenever it comes to him at the point. He's not exactly able to keep it inside of the blue line. And we just saw it moments ago that time as he tried to pin it up against the boards, and it just didn't work out. Here's Kiltz. Once again, could not move it forward. He was looking to Rich that time. 10 seconds left to go on the 5-on-4. Benincasa up to Kiltz. Kiltz finds Lowell Rich, who just pokes it back. And here's the shot from Cam Mayhew. It's tipped up into the air, and now we're back to 5-on-5 as they clear it out. On defense right now, it's Mayhew and McGinnis. However, Mayhew going to hop off, and replacement is Braden White. This pass goes out of the zone. Perrysburg going to try and slow things down in their own zone. Struggling to connect on the pass for the time being. They almost move it forward in Shaker's own direction. Here's Eamon Fury. Sends it off the backboards to Schneiberg. Schneiberg was looking up that time to Isaac Lazar. Unfortunately, it won't reach him. Braden White falls to his knees, but is still able to play the puck. Here's a shot from the point, and Michael Better right on it with just 1:03 seconds left to go in this first period. A lot to talk about come intermission. I mean, Shaker Heights having a much better game, much better start to a game that they've had in these first 3 games of the season. Here's another shot. It'll go wide. Very far into the corner. Perrysburg maintaining control for the time being, but now Shaker's going to get cooking on the other side. This pass, they were looking to Cole Richard, who was splitting the defenseman in front of him. A defenseman, really an offensive defenseman. Here's a pass right to Connor Mayhew. Took the shot. The Perrysburg goaltender went right into the netting of his own net. A little bit of maybe a cheap tactic, but doesn't look like he's doing it purposefully. So we're going to give him the benefit of the doubt. 10:30 left to go. Or excuse me, 1:15. I was looking at the time. Excuse me, 1:15. Oof. Left to go in this first period. 10:30 is the time, excuse me. And here's Perrysburg on a bit of an odd man rush if they hurry. They couldn't because one of their men needed to get back on side. And there, Haney was looking for the shot. Can Kiltz win the race to the puck? It looks like he will. But immediately, he can't get it over to Sebi Juan as there was a man right on him. Looks like Kiltz a little bit frustrated. Here's Cole Richard taking it to the far side boards. Colliding with number 2 of the Jackets. Now taken down to the ice. Pass to Kiltz. Can't find the puck around his skates. A little bit frustrated as he comes out to the bench. This pass to Joey Moore. Moore trying to find Connor Mayhew. And eventually, Joey Moore picks it back up in the neutral zone for Mayhew to get another shot. Only 8 seconds left to go. Can Shaker get one last goal before the period ends? The pass to the slot won't find him. Cam Mayhew just needs to rip a shot. The glove save will end it with 0.6 seconds left to go in the period. So they take off Michael Better. Because what are the odds the Yellow Jackets are going to get a goal? Right now, however, they have 7 people out there. So they're going to be taking off Captain Andy Benincasa. So net is empty for Shaker. Joey Moore did rip a shot. It was saved before, or saved, I guess, after the horn sounded. But that will be it for period number 1. Goals were scored by Ryan Lenahan and Cole Richard. Those were the 2 puck in the net picks by the 2 student managers. And then it was Connor Mayhew to tack on 1 as well. Shaker Heights leading this one 3-0 as we head into the first intermission. Thank you very much for tuning in. Vaughn Ullum on the call from Bowling Green State University. We'll be back for the call of the second frame. Hello, Shaker Heights varsity hockey fans, and welcome in again to Game 2 of the Jamie Ruffner Memorial Tournament. Shaker off to the best start that they have had in any game so far, this being Game 3 of their season as a whole, and Shaker right now is cooking with gas. They are winning in just about every stat except for faceoffs. And shots attempted, they're winning at 12-7, and shots on goal, 8-5. However, in faceoffs, they're losing at 9-6. But again, if you're putting more shots up, then you're going to hit more than the other team. That's mainly just how it works, unless your accuracy is really pretty poor. But Shaker winning this one 3-0 through the first period. Goals came from Ryan Lenahan, Connor Mayhew, and Cole Richard, and came in that order. And keep in mind, the puck in the net picks from the student managers, Kaden Trotter. She went with Cole Richards, so she got it right. And then Maya Mayan decided to go with Ryan Lenahan, so that one hit as well. I'm still waiting on Lowell Rich, the cameraman, who hit it twice yesterday because he picked Ryan Lenahan, who was a back-to-back goal scorer. He's waiting on Joey Moore to hopefully get a goal in these next two frames. Thank you very much for tuning in. We'll send you back down to the ice where Shaker can hopefully keep this goal streak going. "15 minutes up on the clock, symbolizing the start of period number 2. Again, Shaker up 3-0. Michael Better back in the net for Shaker Heights. Not a typical happening here at the Jamie Ruffner Memorial Tournament. Typically, you see one goaltender play on Friday. Then you have a different one play on the Saturday morning game. And then the same one that played Friday would play the night game, and they would just alternate so that the one that played on Saturday morning would then play again Sunday morning. Here it looks like that appeared to be offsides. The Perrysburg fans really frustrated about the call. Didn't believe that to be the case. 14:42 to go in the second. The second line that, again, has just been cooking with Ryan Lenahan, who has now scored 3 times in this Bowling Green State University tournament, hosted by Bowling Green High School. Shaker Heights losing that game yesterday 5-2. Again, those 2 goals coming from Lenahan. Perrysburg's number 7, Haney, trying to go across the ice. He's going to find number 14, but his pass is going to go awry, or Sepke is going to pick it up into the corner and pass it out. Ryan Lenahan uses the skate to move the puck over to Connor Mayhew. Mayhew tried to split 2 men of the Yellow Jackets, and it just didn't work out. Delayed offsides. Shaker touches up to the neutral zone, and now they rush forward, but without possession. The Jackets really struggling to get anything going. As you can see there, their passes just are not clicking. Lenahan creates the offensive zone turnover, takes the shot, looking for was Mayhew. He's looking for goal number 2. And here shot as well. Here's another shot. And here's a good wraparound chance. The swing for Connor Mayhew. Both Ryan Lenahan and Mayhew were looking for their seconds of the game, with the goaltender just completely outside of the blue paint. Here's number 7, looking to move it forward. Cam Mayhew says no thank you. He keeps him away from the play, but now it looks like he's going to be ruled on a penalty. Interference to Cam Mayhew. Shaking his head, not pleased with the call against him. Granted, who's ever pleased with the call against them? So the penalty kill unit is going to be Lowell Rich, with Axel Schneider as the forwards. And on defense, it's Richard and it's Benincasa. First power play opportunity for Perrysburg here today. That one just barely onside. Here's the shot. Good stick save by Michael Better, who sends this one to the corner. Axel Schneider picks it up from the corner and sends it down. Good first clear for the penalty kill unit. Here's Axel Schneider maybe trying to create a shorthanded opportunity, but in doing so, he leaves a rush open for Perrysburg. But again, Perrysburg just not exactly clicking. In their first game, they tied against Meadville, who Shaker will play at 9 p.m. tonight. So yeah, that's right, 11 hours between games in one day. So please feel free to stay up late with us. We'll be calling that game right here from Northwest Ohio. And here it looks like we're going to get a tripping called on Shaker Heights, so it'll turn into a 5-on-3 for Perrysburg. Again, these referees have been very, very penalty happy over these games. No difference here, as now they've lost 2 of their defensemen to the penalty box, and that's not going to help you out on a 5-on-3. Lenahan tried to clear it immediately off the draw. Here's the pass to the near side defenseman, taking the shot, and it goes wide. Perrysburg keeps it inside of the zone. Here's the pass. Once again, number 13 looking for the rip. He's going to make one man miss. Here's a secondary chance. Better keeps it out. Somehow it's loose, and it'll be cleared out. Somehow it just bounced its way out. I believe Church was looking for the pass back, and he was clearly, visibly frustrated. Right now, Shaker's defense locking up for the time being. 30 seconds left to go on the 5-on-3, then we'll move to the 5-on-4. Number 7 drops it back to number 13. Back to 7, who's in the slot, takes the shot, it goes wide. Shaker's bench getting a little rowdy. They're happy with how their penalty kill squad has been performing. Right now it's Connor Mayhew, it's Ryan Lenahan, and Andy Benincasa as the 3. There's 2 seconds left to go. Cam Mayhew out of the box, and he's going to join the play immediately out of the box. Up along the corner boards, we'll see who comes out with it. For the moment, it seems like it'll be the Yellow Jackets, and indeed it will be. Church, number 13, takes the shot, and a good glove save by Michael Better, keeping it a 3-0 affair. 43 seconds remain on Cole Richards' penalty. He's in the box for tripping. But Shaker is doing just fine, keeping the puck out of the net on the 5-on-4. Sebi Juan and Colin Arth going to be the forwards on defense. Braden White and Teddy McGinnis. Face-off 1 back to Teddy McGinnis. McGinnis looked for his co-defenseman Braden White, but it was just out of reach. So the Perrysburg Yellow Jackets are going to keep setting up, but good pressure by Sebi Juan, who will force a bad pass outside of the blue line. Less than 30 seconds remain. Good work by Braden White to send it all the way back down. Trying to clear it out was Teddy McGinnis. Here's a good chance. Michael Better trying to find the puck in front of him, and he will just on the tip of the blue paint. He covers it up and gets the whistle with 9 seconds left to go on Richards' penalty. Lenahan and Connor Mayhew back out as the forwards. White and McGinnis will stay put as defensemen. Right off the draw, it'll be cleared off the glass. Richards stands in the penalty box, and in 1 second, here we come. He's out of the box, and he's immediately going to hop off for a change as Joey Moore comes out. Now it'll seem actually like he'll stay put, as we're going to get a couple different changes. Right now, the defensive pairing of Orsepke and Richard is working pretty well, and it's an interesting move from head coach Matt Bartley, because Orsepke is moving from line 3, jumping line 2, and moving up to Richard. And here's good work this time, as Lenahan just trying to find a way to put it inside of the net. Just will not work. First shot on goal for Shaker this period, and not exactly surprising when you had all those penalties taken early on. Perrysburg going to try to clear it out, and looks like they might call a penalty. No, they're going to call it an icing. That time, just a harsh hit from Joey Moore, and that's his game. Nothing new from number 5 of Shaker. And you could hear a couple of these Perrysburg fans go, oh, because that didn't seem very friendly. 10-16 left to go in this second period of the sport. Right now, that fourth line of offense, which is currently consisting of Max Brokaw, Isaac Lazar, and Eamon Fury. That's the 3 out there. Going to try and put in another goal if they can. Right now, Shaker leading 3-0 with just under 10 minutes to play in the second period. But now they can't really hold off either if they want to keep their momentum where it is. Here's a good odd man rush developing. Right now, Lazar and Ersepke. Ersepke takes the shot, or excuse me. Never mind, that was Cole Richard. Ersepke still back at the point. Richard was looking for goal number 2. That's why he ripped the shot. Now Lazar to Brokaw. Brokaw, not sure where to go with it. He's going to leave it to the backboards. The clearing attempt just barely kept in by Ersepke, but the force of number 38 eventually is going to get it away. Right now it's 3 Jackets against 2 Red Raiders. Somehow the Raiders come out of it with puck possession, and they dump this one down so Shaker can get a couple changes. Now the forward line, Schneider, Salmon, and Rich. That third line of offense. And here's a good chance on the bad change. Benincasa just couldn't pass it forward into Lowell Rich or Axel Schneider. And now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage of play. And it looks like it'll be an offsides. Rich to take the face-off. Salmon moved it forward right to a Jacket defenseman. They dump it into the Shaker zone, and now Shaker's going to try to get set. Axel Schneider and Lowell Rich push it forward into the backboards behind the goaltender of the Jackets. Here's Schneider under pressure by 2 Jackets. Into the corner, it's going to be Schneider and Rich fighting against 2 Jackets to get possession, and now with Cam Mayu, maybe they can get a good shooting chance as they keep it inside of the zone. Here's a pass into the slot. He was looking for Schneider. It will not work. Back to Schneider. Schneider up to the point for Benincasa. Benincasa looking for a shot. It goes wide. 8 minutes to go in the second period. Shaker leading by 3. That pass, a dangerous pass from Cam Mayu. He was looking at Andy Benincasa. Benincasa held up along the quarter boards to the left side of Michael Better, the near side of where your camera sits. Along the blue line, under pressure, and now here's Haney looking for a shot, and good stuff by Michael Better, hugging that post. And keeping this away from harm. We're halfway through the game, 7:30 left to go in the second period. This shot snagged out of the air by Michael Better. Michael Better really controlling his glove. He's snagging it out of the air like it's nobody's business. 7:21 left to go in the second period. Arth, Moore, Kiltz. Back out there is the forward line. On defense, it's White and it's McGinnis. Moore going to take it off the near side boards. He's going to center it over to Arth, who's continuing to move it forward. Kiltz just barely staying onside. And now a bit of a late whistle, but maybe they're going to rule that it was offside. Very late whistle. Arth to take the face-off, and it'll be one back to Braden White, who rips a shot all the way from the center line logo. And immediately it's cleared away. Braden White pass up off the skate of a Yellow Jacket. Joe Perrysburg gets it back in the Shaker zone. Joey Moore picks it up, moves it back behind his net, throws off a Yellow Jacket who was trying to play a physical game with him. Joey Moore, you know he's going to play just a bit more physical than everybody else on the ice. He is someone, especially when you see a game against a team like University School, he's a player you want on your team. And here's a good chance into the blue paint, and it just goes wide. There's another shot. This time it'll go wide. Almost found its way off the glass and over the net. Luckily for Michael Benner, not the case. Braden White will take the chance, clear it down. It'll be icing on Shaker, but they're going to take their changes, and they are much needed changes on defense and on offense. But as I was saying, Joey Moore, he's never exactly the biggest man on the ice, but he's always going to be the man that puts his body out there and plays the physical hockey game, which, well, that is the game of hockey. It's just a physical game. It's not like football where you have to tackle or you have to play physical. But let's be real, that's just what hockey is. You're going to play physical. Connor Mayhew moves this one up to Ryan Lenahan. Lenahan looking for goal number 2 on the day, goal number 4 on the tournament if he can get it. Ersepke under pressure. Somehow he was able to keep the puck on his stick for that long. That was impressive enough. That pass almost right on goal. That was almost dangerous for the Perrysburg Yellow Jackets. And here's a good chance. The shot by Juan and an easy save. He had Connor Mayhew open. He elected to take the shot himself. However, Perrysburg going to keep it a 3-0 score. Connor Mayhew going to go off for a change as well as Ryan Lenahan and Juan. At the face-off dot to the left side of number 31, the goaltender for the Yellow Jackets. We're getting line 3 out there on offense once again. Lowell Rich was looking for a shot. It took a lazy bounce off of his stick. Perrysburg sends this one down the ice, and once again, even though they won the race there, in high school hockey, that's going to be whistled dead every time. Icing on the Yellow Jackets, still looking for their first goal of the game. They tied Meadville yesterday 2-2, so they split the points 1-1. So if Shaker can win here, and then they can win their next game, they're not going to have to play at the Cube tomorrow. But unfortunately for these Shaker players, they might be waking up earlier as a result to play another morning game. Here, Ersepke plays the puck in a faulty manner, and it creates an odd man rush the other way. Here's Haney, moves across Michael Better, and gets the odd man rush, really almost a breakaway goal. Again, these breakaways, these odd man rushes have been hurting the Red Raiders. They still hold on to a 2-goal lead. But 3 always feels just much bigger than 2 in the game of hockey. Shaker yet to score here in period number 2. They scored 3 in that first period. Hopefully momentum hasn't slowed down. On the face-off, Perrysburg takes it. Haney's still out there to try and get his second, if he can, on this one shift. Sebi Juan trying to get there first, but it looks like it'll be an icing, as he also takes a tumble and slides right into the corner boards. You could hear everyone in the stadium going, oh, because, well, that wasn't exactly a pretty look for number 19 either. Referee's asking him if he's all right. Sebi Juan, more than anything, might just be a little bit embarrassed after the tumble. It was after the play, after the whistle was blown. Here Cam Mayhew sends it around the boards. He was looking to Juan, but immediately after the faceoff was taken, the net comes out of place. 5:04 left to go in the second period. And here comes Connor Mayhew on a breakaway chance on his own. He was looking for his second goal, won't get it. He was trying a centering pass to Ryan Lenahan, and that didn't work either. Here's Cam Mayhew. Maybe he'll try a shot, and he will, but it'll be tipped up and in to the netting, so play is blown dead with 4:46 to go in the second. Shaker up 3-1. We're going to get changes on both sides. Again, goals being scored by Ryan Lenahan, who was the first goal scorer. Second goal was scored by Connor Mayhew, and then Cole Richard getting one on the power play. Joey Moore wins this one over to his side. He was looking at Colin Arth, but now it's tied up into the corner. The near side corner to the right-hand side of the Jacket goaltender. Moore and Kiltz putting in work, trying to get the puck in their own possession. Can Perrysburg clear it? Not just yet, says Kiltz. So Arth picks it up along the blue line. And somehow Shaker just keeps it inside of their offensive attacking zone. Perrysburg really under pressure because Shaker just will not let them be. Now they're going to clear it away to the neutral zone. Cam Mayhew going to pick it up. In the neutral zone, a bit of faulty communication and faulty stick work as a result. Perrysburg going to get it back into the far side corner of the Shaker defensive zone. Benincasa playing the man, trying to hold him off, but now they're a big hit along the boards. No penalty whistled. And Arth up to Moore, but again, cleared away. And back into the Shaker zone we go. And here's a bad turnover, and they go 5-hole. A 5-hole goal. Cam Mayhew with the faulty defense. And it turns into a 3-2 game in the blink of an eye. Now the new Shaker lines. Talking to Michael Better, saying, listen, these goals haven't been your fault. You're playing your game. That came out of nowhere. And there was really just nothing Better could have done better. Because that turnover happened right in front of him. He's not anticipating that they're just going to lose possession about a foot in front of the blue paint. 3 minutes left to go in the second period. Shaker for sure won that first period, but then it's been Perrysburg in this second. If it was a period-by-period tournament, this could still very well go Perrysburg's way, but again, format changed, and now it's just whoever wins gets 2 points. If you tie it, you get one each, and if you lose, well, you don't get anything. Harsh reality. Good game here at the BGSU Slater Family Ice Arena. A lot of fans here, more than likely going to head back to a hotel, back home maybe if you're Perrysburg. Maybe watch that good old Ohio State, Indiana football game at noon. And here's a good chance for Haney once again. Looking for his second, and he won't get it. Again, these big odd man breakaway rushes are keeping Shaker put at bay. Here's a chance for Mayhew, and it'll be off the glass. And there's a big hit that time on Dylan Ursepke. He's back up. And now here, someone gets hit in the head for Shaker. It looks like someone might be ejected from the Perrysburg side. Maybe not. They're just sending him to the penalty box, but maybe it could be a 10-minute game misconduct. We'll see what the referees are going to decide. And that Jacket is, well, he's not a happy man. He threw his stick down right as he entered into the box. Referees talking things over. Whatever that was, it wasn't clean. That's what we can tell you for certain. We'll see what's put up to the board. Five-minute major to number 17 of the Perrysburg Yellow Jackets. So this is a great opportunity for Shaker to cash in, especially when they need that burst of momentum. So they're going to have the power play for the remainder of this second period. Players from both sides talking to the referees, trying to get this a little bit figured out. .2:11 left to go in the second period. Cole Richard goes to the far side. Arth tries a shot and a good glove save by number 31 of the Jackets. Again, Shaker that last game was 1 for 4 on the power play.
The power play, what are they? Us right now. This is our first power play of the game.
No, it's not.
Sorry,
Shaker 1 for 3, on the power play. This pass, good cross-ice feed to Connor Mayhew. Looking for goal number 2. So is Lenahan, who's also out there on the ice. Lenahan back to Mayhew. Mayhew to Lenahan. Goes with a slap shot. A little bit of a whiff on it. But it's kept inside of the zone. And now it's cleared out. 90 seconds left to go in this second frame. Big 5-minute major will give Shaker one of their best opportunities of the game to score a goal. Pass to the center. Now to Mayhew. It'll fall on his stick. He'll go to the center of the blue line. Richard takes a shot, and it won't go. Lenahan trying to fight for the puck back. It'll land to Joey Moore. Moore over to Lenahan. Lenahan struggling in the corner to maintain possession. He'll go to Arth. Arth whiffed on one shot, but he'll get it back to Lenahan. Lenahan goes cross-ice. Mayhew, and with a shot, a good save by number 31. Shaker still going to control puck possession. Lenahan just takes the rip. Rebound was given up. Back to Lenahan in front of the blue paint, but play was whistled dead. And it looks like there's going to be a cross-check on Joey Moore. So that moves us to 4-on-4 for the next 2 minutes of game clock. And it'll be the next 44 seconds of the second period. And now they're going to say Connor Mayhew is going as well. Or maybe it's him and not Joey? No, look at this, 4-on-3. They're sending Moore and Mayhew? What is this? So 33 minutes, 33 seconds remain on number 17's penalty for Perrysburg. And now both Moore and Mayhew going to the box for 2 minutes each. Michael Better trying to get an explanation as well from the referee getting set for the faceoff. Lenahan's going to be the man to take it. Benincasa and Richard on defense for the next 44 and a half. Benincasa immediately trying to clear it out, and indeed he will successfully. 40 seconds left to go in the second period. Here's number 14 taking it to the near side boards. He lost Lenahan, looking to the slot with the pass, but it'll be poked away. Less than 30 seconds left to go. Pass up to the point. Perrysburg not going to shoot it just yet. Best option would be to pass it back to number 27, but he's going to shoot it himself, and off the post. They tied this one up at 3 apiece. So Joey Moore will be taken out of the penalty box. It'll remain 4-on-4 for the next 16 and a half seconds of the second period, but my goodness, this game has flipped since the beginning of the period to the end. It was 3-0 entering. It's now 3-3 leaving this second period, assuming this score stays where it is. You never know what can happen in 16 seconds. 3 minutes to go on that number 17 5-minute major for Perrysburg. Benincasa just hanging on to it. He'll go up to Joey Moore. Moore trying to fish it out from the boards. 3 seconds left to go, and it looks like as it's tied up, it'll just go out of possession, and that'll take us to the end of period number 2. Not a pretty period if you're Shaker Heights, but period all the same. It's the same kind of period Shaker had. Michael Better still trying to get some explanation from the men in stripes. As you can assume, they're just trying to make their way off. They've had a busy little period. And now Michael Better is set to skate off. But that will take us to our second intermission. And here I am joined with Colby Mayhew, brother of Cam and Connor Mayhew. Connor Mayhew scored today. What did you think of your brother's goal here today?
Honestly, I thought it was a good goal. So was Lenny's. I thought they were pretty good.
Yeah, for sure. And Cole Richard also getting one on the power play as well. We weren't expecting one from the defenseman as well. Who are you expecting to score a goal here in this third period?
Hopefully Jomo Power. Hopefully from him. I would like to see one from him.
Yeah, Joey Moore just coming out of the box there after the power play goal was scored on the 4-on-3 from Perrysburg. But what do you think Shaker just needs to work on a little bit, because that period was not their best friend as Perrysburg was able to tie it up from a 3-goal deficit on?
Yeah, honestly, defense got to stay a little bit back, make sure to back check and stuff like that. Coming from a goalie, it's a lot to deal with, putting up 3 goals. So defense definitely got to help goalies out, especially with Mike. Mike's got to be focused too, ready to being expected from anything and everything that can happen in this next period coming up.
For sure, as we've seen over these past 2 periods, the goals really haven't been his fault as much that it has been the defensive fault, and the back checking just hasn't been where it needs to be. But as you mentioned, you're a goalie. How's that going for you in your own development?
I mean, our last weekend we had 3 games, Saturday and Sunday. Sunday was a doubleheader. We won all 3, which was good. Defense was a little bit more awakened. But in the second game on Sunday, they definitely knew, because we played a team that we have played before and has defeated us in the past, and we knew what to expect from going into the games. So if we have played these teams that we're going to play in the future, maybe in the preseason, like Eds, I think we played Mentor and Eds. We should know what's coming, and later in the season we should know what they have.
For sure. And how's your defense looking? Are you getting the help you need?
I mean, sometimes it's iffy, but sometimes I want they actually decide to help me. So, yeah.
All right. Well, 1 year ago we were here. How are you feeling then versus how are you feeling now about this team?
Honestly, last year we had Will Brokaw, Quentin Garnett, and a couple other great players that graduated last season. I'm saying, like, we could have used them some games in the preseason, some games from earlier that we could have, like, there's a couple plays this game we could have used them, but also there's also a couple of the other plays that we didn't really need them, but it is like a lot not to have them on our team this year.
As we were mentioning, it's a different team when you're not leaning on a player like a Tyler Lentzowitz or a Jack Camp or as you said, like Sammy Gerber, Quentin Garnett, Will Brokaw. Those were tough seniors to lose, but right now Shaker is playing a good game. It's just not where they need it to be. But anyway, we're going to head to our second intermission. We're going to take a break. Thank you very much for tuning in. My name is Vaughn Ullum. Here is Colby Mayhew once again back here at the BGSU Slater Family Ice Arena. We'll send you to the scoreboard as we wait on for the third period. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. Thanks for joining again. Hello, Shaker Heights varsity hockey fans. Welcome into period number 3 of Game 2 of the Jamie Ruffner Memorial Tournament for Shaker Heights and the Red Raiders. Now, they won that first period by a large margin. It was 3-0. But there in that second period, a very different narrative. It was all Perrysburg on the score sheet, and they tied it up at 3-3. So Shaker, very, very down in the dumps right now, and we can see it from the fans, and hopefully we won't be seeing it from the players, but right now it's a little bit difficult to try and keep your momentum when you just had 3 goals coming right back at you after scoring 3 of your own. And they were all in a row. 3 Shaker, 3 Perrysburg, but Shaker Heights still winning in a lot of these statistics like shots attempted for the game. 24-21, but shots on goal perfectly even, and right now the score sheet says the same. 3-3 as we send you back down. It's going to be 4-on-4 as we get started. Connor Mayhew in the box for another minute 16. The Perrysburg number 17 is in there for another 2:45 as we begin play. Ryan Kiltz moving it forward. Colin Arth out there with the defenseman Ben Nkasa and Cole Richard. A very chippy game so far. That's how we got the 5-minute major on what was a bit of a punch that was thrown, and surprisingly, we didn't get any sort of ejection or anything like that. Don't even think there was a game misconduct. If there was, we're going to find out as soon as his penalty does expire. Here's a shot by Braden White, hits off of a Yellow Jacket in the shooting lane. Right now, here's Haney. He's already scored, looking for goal number 2, and he won't get it. Here's Ersepke, goes cross ice. He finds Ryan Kiltz. Ryan Kiltz sends it across the blue line. Only 15 more seconds left to go on Connor Mayhew's penalty. Him and Joey Moore each had a penalty at the end of that second period. And now it's cleared all the way down the ice. Shaker's penalty will expire. They go on the man advantage for the next minute 30. Lenahan hangs on to the puck, sends it forward to Connor Mayhew, who just pokes it right to the Yellow Jacket defense. They clear it all the way down on net of Michael Better, who covers it up. There's no defense near him. And so face-off will be taken in Shaker's zone with a minute 14 remaining on the power play. I believe it's University School in Villanova, the squad of Canada, getting set for the game after this one. University School in Villanova, always a good game because those two squads are competitive. There's Cole Richard looking for the rebound. Was Connor Mayhew just not able to get there in time? Joey Moore in his own zone, leaves it to Richard. Richard just trying to find Lenahan, just cannot be picked up because number 23 Schmidt of the Jackets was right there in the passing lane. Up to Mayhew. Mayhew goes cross ice. He's finding Arth on the near side boards. He tries to go cross ice again. Nothing, getting set up in this neutral zone. Shaker really struggling to keep it forward across the red line of center ice. Now Richard poked away from. This is a delayed offside. Shaker needs to touch up in the neutral zone. 20 seconds remain on the penalty. 12.5 remain in this third period. No defense back in the Shaker zone. Eventually Joey Moore gonna get there and send a man down to the ice. Big hit on number 13 Church, and it was a clean hit, and we love to see it. Here's Lenahan on a 4-on-2 rush. Tries to make one man miss, and he's actually just gonna send him down. Now Lenahan under pressure, but with Joey Moore's help, they're gonna keep possession. That pass, another slot, he was looking for Mayhew. And Kiltz's pass at the other point. Nobody's there, so it's a rush the other way. Ben Nkasa sends a man off the puck. He goes behind the net. Cam Mayhew dumps this one all the way down. It'll hit off of a Yellow Jacket, so icing is waved off. Shaker getting a couple of much-needed changes. Lowell Rich comes out there with Schneider. Lenahan remains out there, though he will probably hop off in a moment for Aiden Salmon. And indeed, Lenahan going to skate off as we speak. And out comes, we'll see. They send actually out Max Brokaw. Lowell Rich, pass into the slot. He was looking for Schneider. But the Jackets take the opportunity off the whiff and dump it down the ice for the icing. A lot of tired guys out there. Now they're going to change things up. They're going to take off Max Brokaw and put Salmon back out. Actually going to take off Lowell Rich as well. Keep Max Brokaw out. Brokaw on the face-off. He'll lose it. Perrysburg will try to clear it. Braden White keeps it inside of the blue line. Good work by number 11. Big man, tall man. He's able to swat that one out of the air at the point. Good work by Schneider and Brokaw. And somehow it bounced off Schneider's skate and went on net. So good pressure right now from Shaker Heights. I was talking to my cameraman before this period. It'd be a little bit disappointing even if Shaker had tied this game because of where they were at a 3-0 deficit. Settling for a tied game is not where you want to be. And it'd be a really disappointing thing, especially if it stays where it is right now at 3-3. Here's a good chance for Arth. It'll end up on net. And again, just awkward bounces right now is what Shaker is getting on this goaltender, number 31. In that evening game, again, 9 o'clock against Meadville, we're expecting a different goaltender, though we're not exactly certain yet if it'll be Mayan, if it will be Kalergis, and we're not necessarily certain that it won't be Michael Better. Here's another shot. Rebound was given up as it goes into the corner. Ryan Kiltz into the slot. He takes the shot. Joey Moore looking for a second chance, and it's covered up with 10:23 to go in the third period. 3-3 the current score. The defensive line of Richard and Ersepke come back out. On offense, we're going to get some changes as well. Juan, Mayhew, and Lenahan. A group that has been efficient today. Mayhew and Lenahan have both scored goals. Lenahan has scored 3 in the tournament so far after scoring back-to-back goals yesterday. This one immediately cleared out by the Yellow Jackets. It'll go all the way down the ice in a quick icing on Perrysburg. So we go all the way back to their zone. At the end of the day, if you're Shaker, you're frustrated, but you have to admit it's been a very good game. Mayhew on the faceoff. Sebi Juan's going to help out. He's going to take it off the tie-up, but now he's under pressure in the corner with help of Ryan Lenahan. He'll take a bounce to the slot, and Connor Mayhew with a good 1-tee shot and a good tip by Sebi Juan, but another spectacular save by number 31 between the pipes for Perrysburg today. Shaker hanging their heads, but they got to understand if you keep putting up shots like that, they'll go in eventually. No goaltender is perfect. Lenahan right off the draw takes the shot, and the goaltender hugging that left post, or our right post, is going to make another save. Right now, Shaker is looking dangerous. The pass over to Connor Mayhew, and it'll go past the slot. And here's a good rush the other way. Richard deked out by Hanny. Sebi Juan plays the man, and good back check by number 19 of your Red Raiders. He's going to take it out from behind the net. Oh, that was dangerous from Sebi Juan, who had the puck slide right in front of the blue paint. Everyone take a breather. You could hear gasps all throughout the Slater Family Ice Arena. Here's Cole Richard taking it up the near sideline, trying to deke around a man. Will not work. Lenahan's still out there. He's going to join the play. His other forwards, Axel Schneider and Aiden Salmon. Lenahan typically always the last guy to be off the ice, and now he's going to be off the ice as Lowell Rich comes out after the whistle was blown. Whew, what a game. 9:14 to go in the third and final period. Again, winner takes 2 points. A tie means 1 each. Loser gets nothing. Here we go, back to Cam Mayhew. He had a bad turnover earlier that led to a goal. for Perrysburg. He's looking to not have that same success here. It's him and it's Andy Benincasa. The forwards, Rich, Schneider, and Salmon. In the neutral zone, Rich sends this one back to Mayhew. Mayhew goes cross ice, finding his forward, Salmon. And somehow, what's just going on there? 3 Red Raider forwards just collide on the blue line. And that was not pretty. And it was ruled offside, so we will get a face-off right outside of the blue line. My goodness. Arth to take the face-off. The defensive pairing stays the same, but he's joined by the wingers, Joey Moore and Ryan Kiltz. Kiltz is going to be the first man there in the corner. Joey Moore going to pick it up. He'll find Ryan Kiltz. Kiltz tried to go around to Arth, and that time Cam Mayhew not able to keep it within the blue line. 8:20 to go in the third and final period. Benincasa takes it out. He was looking at Joey Moore. It'll hit off his stick and into the neutral zone. Joey Moore takes it back in the neutral zone. He's under pressure, but now he's trying to skate around a couple of yellow jacket defensemen, and eventually he's going to do just that. Good work by Joey Moore to eventually get it in the zone, but it's cleared out immediately. Now we're going to get a couple defensive changes. Teddy McGinnis and Braden White come out. Perrysburg sends it all the way down the ice. Icing is waved off. Teddy McGinnis immediately clears it back the other way to the neutral zone. Perrysburg controls it in their own defensive zone. What can they do? Well, they're going to make a bad pass is what they're going to do for the time being. Lenahan trying to fight for that possession back in the neutral zone. He's not going to. But now as it goes back into the Shaker defensive zone, Teddy McGinnis trips up, creating a chance for number 13 of Perrysburg. Trying to set up, and he was taken harshly into the boards by Joey Moore. And they're tangled up still in the corner. And they're all just tripping up and falling on each other. The Perrysburg fans really wanted some sort of penalty. Now we get the whistle blown. Not 100% sure what the case was. No penalties assessed. The main issue is Shaker doesn't have a 5th man out, and now they're going to get one. Dylan Orsevsky, Cole Richard out there with the first, or what has really been the best line today, in Ryan Lenahan, Connor Mayhew, and Sebi Juan. Orsevsky playing aggressively, leaving the point and keeping it in their possession. Yes, pass up. Kept in by Orsevsky. Lenahan goes over to Juan. Juan looks for Mayhew. Mayhew takes the shot, and it goes wide. 6.5 left to go as the puck clears the zone. Again, a tied game does really not feel comfortable for Shaker. Around the boards, it's sent all the way down, and we're going to get an icing on Shaker. My goodness gracious. (3-3) in the third period. With 6:21 remaining. And immediately off the rip, Haney going to take the shot. It was blocked by a Red Raider in the shooting lane. Couple of collisions in the slot, and then a big hit down in the quarter, and the referee going to whistle this one dead as there's a jacket laying right on the puck. Shaker playing it physical. .607 to go in the third and final period of what has been a great game. And each period has had it very one-sided. Here in this third period, it started to get a little neutral, but here comes Arth trying to change the narrative. He takes the shot. And it's right at the crest of number 31 of Perrysburg. They're sticking with the line of Arth, Moore, and Kiltz. On defense, it's McGinnis and it's Benincasa. Defensive pairing we haven't seen today. Kiltz under pressure. He's hit up high. No call. And into the neutral zone. It's going to be Arth taking over possession. He takes the shot. Rebound was given up, and Arth takes it right back from the slot. And now he's just going to be forced to wrap it around the boards. Takes an awkward bounce off those corner boards. Back to Arth. Arth leaves it to McGinnis. McGinnis sends it. Tried to send it on net, but now it's back to Benincasa. Benincasa over to Kiltz. He's going to look for a shot. No, he goes wide to pass it over to Teddy McGinnis as he was under pressure. Is this a clearing attempt? Well, it's not going to work yet, as it'll just land to Benincasa. Benincasa sends it right back around. 5 minutes to go in the third period as we continue to play on. Here's the shot. It goes very much wide from Teddy McGinnis. Benincasa gets there to the near side point. Kept in, but eventually the force of number 38 takes it away. We're getting a couple changes. Right now, on defense, it's going to be Braden White, and Mayhew. Here's the shot on the wraparound try. Sebi Juan looking for something on his own accord. He's out there with Arth and Mayhew. Lenahan still waiting his turn to make his way out, but Arth has not had a chance to change. Here's now a chance on the rush for Perrysburg. Bumped off the play. Cam Mayhew takes him off. And even though he was the man that really got bumped off, it was still an efficient play nonetheless. Shaker unable to clear it. Haney really a threat right now. Arth will hop off. Here comes Lenahan, a 3-time goal scorer in the tournament. Connor Mayhew takes the shot, an easy save for number 31. At least he made it look easy. Mayhew was looking for the pass back to the center for Lenahan, who's bumped off the play. Here's a 3-on-2 for Perrysburg. Now a 3-on-1. The shot, and it's scored. Haney once again with a top left corner goal. And Perrysburg takes the lead. It's 4-3. Unbelievable. It was 3-0 Shaker, and now it is 4-3 Perrysburg. Lowell Rich to take the faceoff in the neutral zone. He wins it back to Cole Richard, who's immediately moving it forward. Here's a good chance immediately created by Shaker. Richard takes the shot. Rebound chance for Schneider. Puts it on net, but an immediate save, and it remains 4-3 Yellow Jackets. So now Matt Bartley is sending out the big guns. He's sending out Joey Moore, Ryan Lenahan, and Connor Mayhew all at once. On defense, it's Richard and it's Ersepke. Immediately off the draw, it'll get right past the stick of Mayhew. And in the neutral zone, we'll see who comes away with it. Shaker has truly played like the better team, but they just have not been able to put the puck in the back of the net since that first period. Ersepke moves this one forward off the backhand and around the boards. Connor Mayhew's going to be the first man there, who centers it over, nobody home, except at the point. Richard is going to take the shot, and eventually Mayhew gets it back around the boards to Lenahan. Lenahan with Joey Moore into that corner. Mayhew joining as well. However, the Jackets are going to be able to clear it. Richard goes to the center for Lenahan. Good stick work as he moves it to the near side. Off the boards, it will go on net. Perrysburg going to try to clear it. Benincasa, however, going to keep it inside at the blue line. He'll rip a shot. No one's there. Joey Moore on the chance, and it's blocked. And Joey Moore keeping it within the slot, but now Perrysburg going to get the opportunity to clear it. Benincasa there in the neutral zone to send it off the boards and up. Joey Moore pressuring, and here's a good chance. He's tripped up. There's no call. Shaker wanted a trip, but they're not going to get one. And now here's another breakaway odd man rush. The shot and a good kick save, almost a good rebound chance given up for a 5-3 score. But here comes Lenahan looking to tie it back up at 4-4. And looks like it was under his pad as the referee blows this one dead. Michael Better skates out of his net. He's awaiting a signal to head to the bench.
21 shot attempts, 15 on net.
21 shot attempted for Shaker, 15 on net for Shaker Heights. And now we're going to be taking a timeout. 1:53 to go in the third period. We step aside as both squads talk things over. Perrysburg leading it. It's 4-3.
You have no defense.
A minute 53. Shaker down by a goal. Michael Better way out of his crease as he's getting set to head to the bench. But Perrysburg wins it, clears it out to the neutral zone. Michael Better backs up. Now Shaker takes it away from the neutral zone, and Arth begins an attack. He drops it off to Lenahan. Michael Better is taking a tumble. Eventually he'll get to the bench. On goal, it'll make its way there. Benincasa bumped off the play as well. A minute 25. A lot of hectic play going on right now. Four forwards and two defensemen, the current makeup for Shaker. The forwards, Joey Moore, Ryan Lenahan, Connor Mayhew, Colin Arth. On defense, Andy Benincasa and Cole Richard. Really the top six proven players for Shaker Heights out there right now. Net is empty. Benincasa takes it to the slot, and Joey Moore looking for a centering feed over to Benincasa, and there's a scrum in front. The puck was still loose, but the referee blows it dead. 69 seconds remain.
Tied at shots on goal at the end of the second.
If these two squads could play every day, this would be great. This has been a great game, even though Shaker should have really won this from the beginning. Richard going to take a shot. Looking for the tip was Joey Moore. Now it's Perrysburg on the clear. Connor Mayhew's there to punch it out of the air. And into the corner, he pokes it away from harm. A minute remaining in the game and an immediate turnover. And somehow he doesn't trip up number 17. It remains 4-3 as they continue to build up into the shooting lanes. But my goodness, Shaker has one extra player, and they are under siege right now. 40 seconds remain. Arth moves it up. Now Connor Mayhew. Mayhew moving it forward. Mayhew takes the shot. It's tipped up and into the netting. The clock still rolls until it gets to 32 seconds, and it'll stop. But of a late jump from the scoreboard manager. These Red Raider players have to be tired, but they also need to understand there's only 32 seconds remaining, and they need to tie it up. If they lose this game, my goodness, all momentum would be gone from this Shaker Heights squad. Lenahan on the faceoff to the right side of the goaltender. Joey Moore tried to take a whack at it, but instead it'll be at the point to Connor Mayhew. Rebound chance, and it'll go wide. 24 seconds remain. Arth with Joey Moore and Lenahan to the corner. Can Perrysburg clear it? No, thank you, says Cole Richard, but now the force of it will take it out. Mayhew goes cross ice. Bad pass. It's picked up by number 4. Now Joey Moore trying to move it forward. Connor Mayhew just needs to back it up into their own zone. And he's taken down to the ice on a very rough penalty late in the game. And now number 4 going to throw a couple punches as well, as these two teams have been bitter, but Perrysburg takes the win. A comeback like no other. Shaker was up 3-0, but they lose it 4-3. And we're going to get handshakes at the end of it all. As distraught as this Red Raider team may be, they still play it in a sportsmanlike manner. But they're sure not happy about it. There is work to be done. Thank you very much for tuning in. My name is Vaughn Ullum. Shots attempted, 50 for Shaker Heights, 28 for Perrysburg. And this large margin mainly was because of this third period. Shots on goal, 34-20. Shaker had a ton of shots on goal in that third period. They just weren't able to bury any goals after that first period, and that brought them to a loss of 4-3 Perrysburg. We're going to see you later tonight, 9 p.m. face-off for Shaker Heights versus Meadville, and we'll see if Shaker can finally at least get one victory before they head to the hotel and get set for their Sunday game. However they perform in that game will determine who they will play in tomorrow's matchup. We'll see how it goes. Anywho, my name is Vaughn Ullum from Shaker Heights Athletics, and here from the Jamie Ruffner Memorial Tournament here at the BGSU campus. Thank you very much for tuning in. Go Buckeyes.